Hi everybody, welcome to Revitalize Reconnect Meets, where I get the opportunity to meet a business owner, a business entrepreneur, or a key influencer from across the UK business community. And today I've got the great pleasure to be with a gentleman that I've known now for over 3 years, and also learned more about his business over the last few years since he's created it. This gentleman has got previous roles in engineering, design draftsman. He's also been in the automotive and seatbelt industry, CAD training and support, transport, aviation, automotive, computer support and maintenance services in accountancy, and working with many small business owners across the UK. He's been in business now for just coming up to 11 years. He runs the company called Logan IT. Can you please welcome with me today the one, yes, but the only, Mr. David Logan. David, how are you today?
Hi Lee, thank you. I'm great, thank you. So I'm known as David Logan, Logan IT, the IT geek.
Well and truly, thank you very much for that, David. Could you share with everybody who's watching and listening today a little bit of a business overview of Logan IT?
Okay, so thank you Lee. So Logan IT, our main bread and butter is to maintain and secure your computer system. This can be from the one-man band up to your office with 30, 40 computers. We also do auxiliary services, cloud services, backup, Office 365, backup we've mentioned already. We can supply printers, advise and broadband, just as a general roundabout activities.
Superb, David. Thanks very much. And we talked previous to coming online today, and we talked about achievements and successes. You mentioned a couple in there, the ability to speak to many levels and also the mindset change. Would you mind sharing with everybody those successes and achievements that you shared with me previous to this recording?
Okay, so we're talking about different levels of people. What we're talking about there is anybody from the toilet cleaner up to the CEO. Keep the same language, keep it plain, speak in their tongue such that they understand it. I think it's always great to, what you always say, Lee, is build that relationship, build it so that you know each other. I should probably start up golf again.
Well, truly, you can start with that one if you wish to. And we talked about the mindset as well, David. So you've gone from a employee mindset to a self-employed mindset. How was that transition for you to go from the employee to a business owner?
Great. So in an employee, you're more or less told you must start work now and finish work then. Whereas now it's more about what does the customer need? What is their deadline? When do they need this job done? With that, it gives me flexibility. Yes, you still need to focus, and yes, sometimes it's more hours than the 5 to 9 or 9 to 5 or the 8 to 4. Yeah. But it's giving you that flexibility, start and stop. That's what I see.
Superb. Now, we also talked about the likes of Did You Know and the unique selling points of your business. And you mentioned 3 of them previous to catching up today. I wanted to touch on each one of those 3. The first one is you offer a full POS system. Can you expand a bit further on that first unique selling point for you?
Sure. So POS is point of sales. You'll find them in any coffee shop, garden centre, retail shop, basically. What we offer is we offer that retail centre business, whether it's agricultural merchant, garden centre. We offer them the full point of sale system backed up with inventory management. This can be geographically split. So you can always tell, okay, I've got 10 of these pens spread throughout. If I sell one in location 1, that takes the overall number down to 9. Just keeping it simple.
Super.
That we can do it via the cloud and or physical.
Yeah. In regards to number 2, we talked about the language that you're speaking to customers when you're discussing technology. I guess that must be a really key, unique selling point for yourself, David.
Very much. It's a lot of jargon. in technology nowadays, especially talk about ISPs, SMTP, POP3. But it's being able to change that, put it in everyday words so that the customer understands it. I'm not always going out there talking tech geek, tech language. It's in their language that they understand. Make sure they understand before we go forward.
Absolutely superb. And I think it's really important this day and age that we do understand the jargon, because we are living on an online world now and an IT area, which is perfect for you to make sure you can actually translate that for many business owners. Number 3 was something you spoke about in your success and achievements, but it's also communicating with all levels of management. Could you expand on that sort of unique selling point for yourself, please, David?
Yeah, it was quite a challenge, that, and I think I've broken that challenge when I finished my first main job, my first employment in the seatbelt industry, whereby I could go up to the European paymaster or accounts in charge of Europe. They were local in Carlisle. I spoke to them, thanked them for my time, but I spoke to them very frankly, no cross words, just shook hands with them. That proves that I can talk from the European president right down, as I said before, to the toilet cleaner or to the guys that I work with. Quite happy to have a discussion with them. Yeah, I might get told otherwise under my back, over my back, but hi.
Well, I think it's more that the way you say that, it's you can communicate, but it's also adapting to environments, adapting to the conversation, adapting to that level from entry level into the workplace, right up to the director level as well. Yep. So thanks for sharing that one. We talk about golden tip advice, and I ask everybody this when I'm chatting to people on the ReConnect Meet schedule and the series, is that if you could cast your mind back 11 years ago, just when you're ready to start your own business, what would you give yourself advice on? But I want you to also think about, for everybody who's watching and listening today, all these budding entrepreneurs who are just on the cusp to start their own business, what advice would you give to them, and what advice would you give to yourself 11 years ago as a business owner?
Okay, so 11 years ago, I did a lot of physical marketing. I did attend business gateway events. But the one key that got me was the business card. Because at the time, I was looking at family and friends to get it out there, to get my name out there. And what I find about a business card is you can put it up and put it next to the computer. So you know if you've got a problem with the computer, you know who to go for. Now, I agree, Lee, this won't work with all industries, but I tend to find that. I've been so happened that a key contact did get me, and I've got 10 customers at the end of that stage, all because of the business card.
Super. I think it's more what you've done extremely cleverly over the time is you've communicated to individuals in a different way. It's a way of breaking the ice with them, but also you've built up rapport and relationships up with those individuals.
So just go back to the business card I did. It's as you know, Lee, I live in a rural area, south of Scotland.
Yeah.
But what I did was I thought I need to get local business. I need to attract local people. So I went into shops as well as hand out the cards. I put, look, can I give you half a dozen of these? Maybe you don't need my help right now, but you never know.
Yeah, I think it's like face to face. You got that engagement. You got that, chatting to people quite regularly, finding out about them, understanding their needs and wants quite regularly. But you've, like we mentioned, you've tapped on the door. You've gone in there. You spoke to them, and especially now we're using the power of Zoom. We're looking online now. So I guess this is your doorway to speak to new people, I suppose, really online.
Yes and no. Maybe for initial introductions. And after the introduction, I will do it. I know I'm approaching some of your agenda here, but I think going forward, I'll probably still do face-to-face introductions. Speaking face-to-face, I think I'll still get a lot more out of face-to-face if I see the need. Following up from that, after that you get a feel for them. After that, you can Zoom meetings or Microsoft Teams. Technology is there to help us.
Yeah. Well and
But I
truly.
don't think it's be and end all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how you feel.
No, 100%. I agree with you on that one. It's not the be and end all, but it'll be a mix between all areas as we move forward on that. Talking about that and looking at how you've adapted and how you've overcame many challenges in regards to getting that brand and yourself out there, speaking to people. We've had a lot of things going on over the last 20 weeks or so, and we've now embraced the power of many technology uses. How have you diversified your business or your path over the last 20 weeks? How have you diversified your business to overcome some of the challenges?
The way I've kept going forward is just keeping constant contact with existing customers. I'm also offering now online training. So this is going to be into basics, how to set up Dropbox, how to set up Zoom, how to set up Microsoft Word. We're approaching into that area now. Because as I see going forward, short term, it's going to be many ups and downs, as it is with all business. That's the way I feel it. So yes, I'll still keep going to the main business at the moment, keeping contact with regular customers, if not picking up past customers. But also be offering them this training now, which will be used via Zoom or whatever comes to hand.
When's that going to happen? When is that going to be fairly soon? Is it recent that it's going to be launched, or
It's going to go fully launch hopefully end of this year.
Oh, good.
Targeting for end of this year, and it's the path to the next step of David Logan.
And that comes on nicely, really, David, because we'll talk about how you diversified your business. But what's next for David Logan and the Logan IT? You've mentioned one there already with the online training format. What's next for you? Is it 6 months, 12 months? Have you got a plan set out as a business owner?
So the next plan is to build up the current business. So I've got a cash cushion. Obviously to do that, I need to get somebody under my belt again, as in an apprentice, or so if you know anybody out there that's looking for part-time work or short hours in Annan Dumfries area, let us know. So it's take somebody else on, but that hopefully release me to then kick off in 6 months' time the online training, boost it out, get it going. So I'm looking at starting next year, going live in that. But there's a lot of stuff I need to get the word out there, start looking, finalize it, and go forward.
Definitely, and it sounds like very exciting times for you, David, well and truly. And it will definitely come around before you even know it. The end of the year will be here before we even know it, ladies and gentlemen. So, well and truly. If everybody's hearing us today and watching us today, how can they make contact with David Logan? What's the best route of action to make the call and start the conversation with you, David?
Best way forward with me is on social media. So I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I can send those details to you, Lee, so you can get them either by, if you've got an IT requirement, I'll send you the business URLs, or if it's personal, I can send you that as well.
Superb.
Okay.
I would highly recommend anybody reaching out to David to talk about anything on an IT issue. Make the contact, start the conversation, and find out what David and Logan IT can do for you and your business. David, thank you very much for your time today on ReConnect Meets. I really appreciate having a chance to catch up with you and learn more about your business and your journey. And I wish you all the very best for the future that's coming up.
Thank you, Lee.
You're more than welcome. Thank you to everybody who's been watching and listening us to today. If you want to find out more about ReConnect Meets, subscribe to the channel to hear from over 32 other business entrepreneurs from across the UK. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.